Hello, today we're here to work on reading and writing decimal numbers in the 5th grade standards for the Oklahoma Academic Standards. We will be working on representing reading and writing decimals using place value to describe decimal numbers, including fractional numbers as small as thousandths and whole numbers as large as millions. Now, that just means they're giving us a starting and a stopping place. We don't have to know all of them. We just have to focus on these in between. And we're talking about representing them, which means that we can show them to someone else. We can read it when someone is showing it to us, and we can write it as necessary. So let's move on to the next slide. Reading and writing decimal numbers. Now, you've probably seen something like this a ton of times. I always tell my students to start at the decimal. Find the decimal. That's your and that separates your whole from your parts, your fractions, your percents, okay? Now, you know the 5 here represents the ones place. It's as if you had $5. The 6 is in the tens place. It would be 60, or in this case, 65 is the way we read that one. We go to the next digit over, that's your hundreds. And if you just saw this 365, you would read it as 365. We give credit to the hundreds here. Next we have the comma. That tells me I'm separating two different periods here, okay? And this one right next to the comma represents thousands. Notice the S at the end, that's a thousands. If you were reading this number, you would just see it as 2,000. Or 2,365. We go next to the thousands. That 4 is in the 10,000s place. That would be 42,365. But we have to keep going because we have more digits here. This 3 is in the 100,000s place. It would be read as 342,365. And then we go over here to the millions. Way over here after 2 commas to the left of the decimal, 1,342,365. And whenever you see the decimal, you say the and. Then we go over here to the right, and we focus on the tenths, which is right next to the decimal. Notice it follows a similar pattern here after the tenths with the THS because it's less than 1. We have the hundredths, THS here. Next is the thousandths, and then we have the 10,000ths. Now, if we go back over to our objective here, we were looking at large as millions and as small as thousandths. So that means that you're not going to see much of this right here. You're not going to have to go over here to this 10,000ths place. In 5th grade, we're mainly going to be focused on tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and all of these digits over here. Take a moment, make a copy of this, take a picture of it, put it in your phone, get out your notebook, take some notes, write this down. This is important, and you will be using this when you're taking your Study Island quiz. It's important that get this in your head and understand the pattern, okay? We have 1. We only have 1, but then we go tens and hundreds, thousands. Notice here we have 10, hundreds, and then we move up to the next generation over here. Here we have the tenths, hundreds, thousands. 10,000s. Next would be 100,000s. Okay, we're not going to go that small though. All right, let's take a look at how to read and write here. So the question comes up, how is the following decimal number read? Well, we start here, find your decimal. See that? That's where you say and anything to the left of it is read first. Well, we just have 1 digit to the left. That's the number 2. Notice over here in our answers, it says 2 and, 2 and, 2 and, 2 and. Well, they're making that fairly simple for us. We can't eliminate anything here. It's 2 and something. So we have to pay attention to how many digits are to the right of the decimal. You want to look at the placement of the 4. We start here and we go over 1, 2, 3. 3 places to the right of the decimal. I'm going to go back to this chart here, look at your decimal point and go 1, 2, 3. What value is that? What place value is that? That is in the thousandths place. So go back and we look here, 2 and We have no value in the tenths, hundredths, or the thousandths, so this is read as 2 and 4 thousandths. So our correct answer here would be B, 2 and 4 thousandths, not 4 hundredths, because if it were 4 hundredths, this would look different. If it were 4 hundredths, this would be written as 2.0. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 2.04. That is your 2 and 4 hundredths, as in $2 and 4 pennies, because there are 100 pennies in a dollar, right? This right here, 2 and 4 tenths, is written as 2 and 4 tenths. It's right next to the decimal in that tenths place. Okay. This right here, 2 and 40 hundredths. Sometimes that confuses kids. It's 2, 40 hundredths. Your 4 is still in your tenths place. You put the 0 here in the hundredths place. You can read this as 2 and 40 hundredths, although that's not typically what we do. We typically read it as 2 and 4 tenths because a 0 there doesn't hold a value. All right. Estimate one answer right away. Eliminate one answer right away. When I was looking at this one, I noticed my answers were all very similar except this bottom one. So I'm going to look up here. Which of the following is equal to 98 and 65 hundredths? Notice that THS. 98. This is 98. 98, 98. D is 90, so I'm going to eliminate it right away. It doesn't have any, it's just there to try to throw you off. So I'm going to eliminate here. Now, now let's go back and look at the rest of the problem, because everything in front of the period, in front of the decimal, is the same, 98 and. We're looking behind it, 65 hundredths. Well, here I have a 56. Here I have a 5. And there I have a 65. Well, in reading this, this becomes 56 hundredths. This becomes 5 hundredths, and this one is 65 hundredths. And in checking my answer, I'm looking for the 65 hundredths. Therefore, C is the best answer on that one. Now, this one, how is the following decimal number read? Look at this digit. Look at these 3 digits here to the left of the decimal. Locate your decimal, separate it out. You have the whole number, and then you have the part. This number, if you were just to see it all by itself and you couldn't see that 84 there, you would read this number as 867. Now, I gave you a hint here. Pay close attention to the tenths place. Pay close attention to that digit right there. It's going to be important. Let's look at our options. 877 and, 877? No, this says 867. So I can eliminate that one as a possibility. Let's look here. 867 and, that's a good one. 867. 876, is that what we have? Nope, so we can eliminate that one. We'll go down to the last one. 867. 67. That's a good one. Now, I got to look to the right of the decimal to finish it up. 2 places to the right of the decimal. The first one is the tenths. The next one is the hundredths. So my answer has to be in the hundreds. Oh, look, they both are. Yay! They're both in the hundreds. So now we have to look at this part. 84 and 48. What is that number right there? If I were just looking at it all by itself, that number is 84. So that tells me my best answer here is B. 867 and 84 hundredths. You just have to pay attention to the place value. So now this one gets a little funky because it's so big. Kids look at it and they tend to panic and they go, I can't do that. Take the T off can't and say, I can. Yes, you can. One step at a time. Okay? So the hint says look to the digits to the right of the decimal. And the reason I gave you that hint was because the first thing I noticed when I was looking at this was that all of these answers are the same up to the decimal. 3,006,090 and. That's the same. So that we don't need to look at that. 3,006,090 and. All we really have to do is focus on what comes after the decimal to determine the best answer here. Look at that. How many places are to the right of the decimal? There's 1, 2, 3. And we go back and look at our chart, the 3 places over to the right, this one was our tenths. One more place over was hundredths. And then the next place over was the thousandths. Everything to the right of the decimal there, okay? We'll clear that. That's pretty sloppy. So, 073. I don't need to read anything for the 0. I just have to say the number that's there and give the value to the last number represented. So this becomes 73 thousandths because it's in that thousandths place. So I'm looking for and 73 thousandths. And I look here, this is 37. Nope, tricky. They just flip-flopped it on you, but no, it's not that. 73 thousandths, that's a good one. I'm going to keep looking. 73 hundredths. Oh, is that good? No, because 73 hundredths would not have that 0 there. So it's not that one either. They almost got us. And this one's 37 hundredths. We know that's not it either. So the best answer here is A. So you're going to go to Study Island and complete 5th grade 2E. It's the one that says read and write decimal numbers. Use your chart. There's nothing wrong with that. When you are taking your final test at the end of the year, and that big 5th grade test at the end of the math, you are given scratch paper. You can write down the chart on the scratch paper once the time is called. Once they say you may now begin your test, you can take a second and write down that chart on your scratch paper so that you can use it later when you're kind of stressed or thinking, I don't remember what this one is. Which one does it go? Is this the hundredth or the thousandths? Use that chart. Good luck, and let your teacher know if you have any questions.